of doing resin with natural dried flowers on glass or acrylic. In this case, we're going to use acrylic. We do have kits available for sale in our Etsy shop where you'll get all the materials that you need to do this. So I just want to show you real quick on the back of this acrylic. I have taken about a 1/2 inch inside that back rim and coated it with petroleum jelly. We do that so that the resin is easier to clean off the back of those when they're cured. I have already mixed my resin, and the kits contain everything that you need. The measuring cup, part 1 and B, A and B of the resin and hardener, measuring cup, stirrer, flowers and colors of your choices. So we can see that this does have quite a few bubbles in it. That's pretty normal. I'm going to show you what we do with those in a moment. And it's very clear, and it's mixed properly. You mix for about 3 to 5 minutes. As it sits, those bubbles are going to pop. So then we're just going to wipe our stick clean here. Sit that down. I've got the flowers here. Whoop, look at them. They're already ready to get on the little piece. Opted for kind of pinks and reds. And so what we want to do is we want to just take our flowers and place them on our sun catcher. Got little pieces of fern. They look really pretty too. You have to be careful with these. They are natural dried flowers, so you have to treat them pretty gently because they do like to rip. So I'm going to put those there and use an assortment of these colored dried flowers. And put those on my piece. There's also a couple of long pieces. Not sure if I want to use those or not. Maybe a stem or two. You also can wait and put your gloves on. It's easier to work with this stuff if you don't have them on until you start using the resin. I had them on because I was mixing my resin. So these are very pretty little delicate flowers. And then I have these beautiful handmade dragonflies. In the kit, you'll get your choice of dragonflies or butterflies, and you'll get a few of each of those. So I'm going to put those on my piece as well. Maybe another pink here, another lavender over here. And then I like to take a little bit of crushed glass and kind of sprinkle it around. It just gives it some sparkle in the sun if you put this in a window. I even have one actually outside hanging in one of my trees. Get rid of that one, it's a little too big. So we get everything on where we like it. Then we're gonna take our resin. I'm gonna get these extra flowers out of the way so they don't get covered in resin and therefore become unusable. Whoop, jostled it a little bit, didn't I? Let's see, so we'll put those off to the side. You wanna make sure everything is within on that acrylic. It's not hanging off the edges. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna very slowly pour that resin on. This is self-leveling, so it will level out. We wanna just make sure that everything is covered. The resin will run off the sides, that's okay. That's why we have that petroleum jelly underneath, so we can clean that up pretty easily tomorrow. So I've got that pretty covered. I'm gonna take my stick, kind of coax it to the edges, being careful not to pull up any of that Vaseline that's on the bottom. So a couple little blank spots here in the middle. I'll fill those in. Just make sure you get everything completely covered. The kit comes with 4 ounces of resin. That's more than enough to ensure that everything is adequately covered. Then we're gonna take this wonderful little torch, and all those bubbles are just gonna disappear. Just remember that you wanna leave your little hole at the top, so you might wanna take a toothpick and kind of poke through that. Make sure that that stays clear so that you can use the string that's included in the kit to actually string up and hang your resin piece. So there you have it. Show you. You can see the little drips forming already on the bottom. And I'll come back tomorrow and show you how this turned out. Thanks for watching, guys.